Pandas is a buzz nowadays. Pandas is a library which is used in Python for data science activities. Now, what is the data science? Data science is the process of using data to understand and solve real world problems. It involves collecting, analyzing, and interpreting large amounts of data to extract some meaningful insights and to make some informed decisions. Now, our mind thinks, what is data science? What is this Pandas library? Can you show some real life examples so that it becomes quite easy to understand the usage of Pandas and how meaningful data can be driven using Pandas? Now, to understand these concepts in detail, I am going to guide you through step-by-step process to really understand Pandas library and to understand bit and pieces around the data science, how useful, what is data science, and what is the meaning of finding the insightful data. In this example, you will get it. Now, the very first thing we will do on your browser, we will go to kaggle.com. This is one of the website where you find large amount of data sets. So what is a data set? So let's see some example of data set. For this, once I'm there on the kaggle.com, I'm going to click on this option called datasets. Now in the search option, I'm going to type New York weather data. So here you can see weather data, New York City. So for 2016, 2019. So let me click on 2019. You can choose any of the data you like. In this one, you will have option and understanding of what this file would contain. You can use this option to download this Excel file. I have already downloaded this, and you can see this is how the data is appearing, which has got date, T max, T min, T average. Now you will have a question, what is T max? What is T min? All of this explanation of the data is given here. For example, T max means maximum temperature of the day in Fahrenheit. T min means minimum temperature of the day in Fahrenheit. Likewise, for all of this data that you have downloaded, in case you have a doubt, you can always refer the documentation on kaggle.com and you will find them pretty easily. Now, once you have downloaded the data, this is how it appears, which has got multiple dates of the year 2099 starting from 1st January 2099, and it follows for every month. You can see February. Similar way, if you scroll down till the end, it has for entire year until December. Okay, you can see until December 31st, all the data has been captured in this particular data set. Now, having such a data, it becomes quite easy to practice data science and also to understand various different libraries that is used in data science. Now the question comes to our mind, what is the use of Pandas? Why should I even use Pandas when I can do the same activity in Excel? Yes, you are right. You can also do this activity using the Excel tool. However, if you have large amount of data, remember the word large amount of data, that is where your Excel may not be able to help you when it comes to analyzing heavy data, which will have millions and millions of records. That is where Python Pandas is a very powerful tool which can help you to analyze the data. Now, for example, let me ask you this question. This is the maximum temperature of a day. I am asking you a question. Find me all the dates for which the maximum temperature of the day is greater than 70 Fahrenheit. 70 Fahrenheit. So how will you really do it? In Excel, if I ask you, I said 70 Fahrenheit, more than that. So generally in Excel, you will uncheck this. Now you will scroll down to see from where the 70 starts, right? Now here you can see from here it starts. Now you go about checking all of this one by one, and it will take a huge amount of time. Just think if it contains millions of records. Now, will you have time to even check those millions of rows like this? It is quite difficult. Practically, it is not possible when it comes to large amount of data. Now, in such a case, it becomes quite easy in Pandas because Pandas has got multiple different functions available which can help you to get the required data from a huge data set. Now, before we get started with Pandas, it is very important that you have already installed Pandas. So let me show you how you can do it. For this, simply open command prompt. Now in the command prompt, I am going to type a very simple command called pip install pandas. Now with this command, you will be able to install pandas in case it is not there. I have already installed pandas. In case you have already installed and you would like to verify, simply type pip show pandas. You can see the moment you have written this command and hit on enter, you would see what is the version of pandas that you have currently installed into your system. You will be able to find that. So I've got 2.0.3. As the latest version that I can see on the pandas page is 2.1.0. And if I compare with my edition of pandas, I have got 2.0, not the 1. Now the question comes, how can I really upgrade this specific pandas to the latest one? Okay, for that simply write pip install and then upgrade pandas. Hit on enter. You can see it said downloading pandas 2.1.0 as per the latest available version on the site. It says it found 2.0.3, the current edition which is there on my system. It has uninstalled this specific version. And finally, it has shown me successfully installed Pandas 2.1.0. Now, as you have already downloaded the dataset from kaggle.com, let's see how we can really use this data to find the specific example which I have given, where we are going to see what is the maximum or what are the dates where the maximum temperature was greater than 70 Fahrenheit. Now for this, the very first command that we will use is import pandas as PD. Now remember, this PD that I'm going to type, it is an alias name which we can use instead of pandas. We don't have to take the name of panda several times. Simply take PD, which makes sense. Now this Excel file you have already downloaded wherever you have placed in your local computer. You have to point that out, and we will place that into a very important variable called data frame, DF, which stands for data frame. What is data frame? Data frame is a, if you look at the documentation from Pandas, when working with tabular data, such as data stored in a spreadsheet, like in our case, or a database, Pandas is the right tool for you. Pandas will help you to explore, clean and process your data. Now look at, in Pandas, a data table is called a data frame. Generally, you have heard this term data table. So data table is nothing but which has rows and columns. Pretty simple, which has rows and columns, what you generally refer as data table. In Pandas, it is called data frame. Now in our code, we have written the data frame variable. You can give any name you like. So here I'm using DF just to represent data frame. The important task is to read the data from the Excel file. Now for this, Pandas has got very powerful methods using which we can read the data from an Excel file. So for that, all you have to do, simply say pd dot type read, and here there is a function available called read CSV. Now enclose with parenthesis, all you do, go to the place where you have downloaded this specific file. So here I have downloaded in the downloads folder. I'm going to highlight this, hold the shift key, right click on this, and I have the option copy as path. Let's copy that and go to PyCharm and simply paste it. Now what happens by this, anywhere there is a backward slash, it understands that is a escape character. So it won't allow you. If you run this, this will throw an error. Now to avoid such problem, simply you can write R. R means it will make that backward slashes to a regular string. Okay, R stands for regular. So it will turn into a regular string. Now there won't be a problem. Now what happened here? The data frame variable is the variable which is holding the entire data. The moment you have opened this data in Excel, Excel was the tool or Excel was the application which was holding the entire data. Now in Python, because we are using pandas, the df variable or the data frame variable is the one which is holding the entire data. You can give any name you like DF1, DF2 or New York City data. Whatever name you like to give doesn't matter. But remember, the data type of the variable is a data frame variable. Okay, got it. Now let's see. The main question was, if I ask you, let me ask you a different question, then we will solve that previous problem. The question is, if I ask you, which is the date where we had maximum temperature for the entire year? The maximum temperature. So if I ask you for maximum temperature in this data, if there's a millions of records are there, you generally have a hard time to find it, or else you have to write a formula to get this. Now, millions of records, even Excel will have a hard time to, there is a limitation with even with the Excel as to how many number of rows it can handle, right? After that, you might find some slowness. Now, the Pandas will give you that powerful tool using which you can analyze a big data. So let me show you this answer. So I would like to print what is the date or what is the maximum temperature, not the date, what is the maximum temperature through the entire year. So for that, I will simply use this data frame variable, which is currently holding my entire sheet of data. And I'm using two square brackets, and within that, I'm going to mention the column which contains the data. For example, the maximum temperatures are there in this column. You can see 60 degree, 47 degree, 35 degree, like that, which is the maximum one. Okay. So for this, the simple line of code I have written is df max, and then I want to use a method called maximum. So it will give me out of the entire column data, which is the maximum value. If you run this particular code, now it told me there is a maximum value that is 100. Is it true? Let's see that in the Excel file. So it is something called 100. So let me see where it is. Or you can do a control F just to quickly find that. I think I have to do that, control F, and then let me type 100. Yeah. So you can see on 21st 7/19 the maximum temperature reached for that year. Okay, so we derived a very meaningful data, this one. Now let's say I'm asking another question. What if I want to know, okay, give me the dates on which the temperature has gone beyond 70 or above, 70 degree, 70 Fahrenheit or above. Now for that, again, it becomes quite easy. All you have to do is simply write a couple of lines of command. So here I'm simply using df, which is my Excel sheet entirely. And then here I want to find the date. So date is my main thing which I would like to find. Okay, fine. Now there is a condition. So the condition you will write in this square bracket. The next square bracket, I'm writing the condition. So what is the condition here? The maximum temperature, which is there in the T max column, right? The maximum temperature should be above 70 Fahrenheit. Now for this, how to write this? So simply, again, it will follow the pretty much the same set of syntaxes. So df, and I'm going to say T max. Okay. Here there is a condition. What is the condition? I need T max, but again the condition here is it should be greater than or equals to 70. Now look at the code, how the code is written. Print df date, I need the date, what you need, you first write that. And then within the square bracket, you enclose from where you will find that data. Okay. So within this square bracket, I'm enclosing df tmax column where the values are greater than or equals to 70. This is how you write. Now if I run this, you can see it took few time and then it found the data for me. What it said, 15th, 8/4/19, 13/4/19. These are the different dates where the temperature was greater than 70. Let's just verify few data. Okay. For example, 15th of March. Let me go there and look for 15th of March. So February and March. Yeah. So 15th of March, if I see the data was actually 72, which is correct. Let me verify few other data. For example, it said the next was on 8th of April. So 8th of April, can I see that? 8th of April, yeah, it is 79. Okay, so this is how using Pandas we can easily find out some meaningful data in fraction of time while dealing with large set of data amount. Remember this large set of data amount. Otherwise, we could have used a simple Excel to get that data. So when there are a large number of rows, now this is a handy tool generally used by data scientists. So this is a basic introduction to pandas and how to utilize them to solve some real life or real world use cases or problems. We have seen this in this example. Now we can find a lot of other things, using this pandas. We will learn in the upcoming videos how we can really utilize to solve some of the real-time problems, and then we'll also see how to utilize these pandas in various different forms. What are the different methods that we should be knowing or be aware of? All of these things we are going to learn one by one. So thank you guys for watching. We are going to meet once again in the next content, so stay tuned. In case you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel, and we're going to meet once again in our next content. Till then, take care. Bye bye.